So lastly, I have used the concept of that overlapping, and I have shown for the continuous time system, so how it will be overlapped. So for this diagram, if I show, my x1 of n will be like this, x1 of n is like this. So, and when I shift the x2 of n minus k towards the right hand side, okay, so it will be overlapped. It will be overlapped in the diagram. It will be overlapped in the diagram, and then the highest value of n, highest value is n only. Okay, n only. So and because of that reason, and also I can say when I compare these two diagrams, I can say I will get the output only between 0 and n. Do you have any doubts here? Why upper limit is n, not infinity? Any doubts? Because of this common part. Shall I consider that all of you understood this? Shall I move on? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಯಾಕೆ y 0 to n ಅಂತ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I need to write my answer. So I told you people to tell me the answer. H of n is equal to, what is the equation we got? H of n is equal to 1 minus of 1 by 2 the whole power n plus 1, the whole power n plus 1, the whole divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 is half only. Okay, half only. So in the uh, key answer, they have further simplified the numerator. Okay, how to simplify it? So I will split the numerator as 1 by 2 power n, 1 by 2 power n into 1 by 2, 1 by 2 power 1. Okay, then I have in the denominator 1 by 2. So that 1 by 2 becomes 2 by 1. Okay, so 2 by 1. Now, can you tell me what will be the final equation of h of n? Is it 2 minus 1 by 2, the whole power n? If the answer is correct, 2 minus 1 by 2, the whole power n. Are you people there or not? Harshita, helama, Harshita. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ, then only I can understand whether you people are understanding or not. Harshita.
Yes, ma'am.
ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನು ತೋರಿಸಿದೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, so when you see the question, we are supposed to find the output y of n. Okay, so I know y of n is nothing but x of n convolution with h of n. So with lot many difficulties I found h of n. I have to just substitute here, that's it. X of n convolution with h of n is 2 minus 1 by 2 the whole power n. This is your answer. Y of n is equal to x of n convolution with 2 minus 1 by 2 power n. And one more thing I want to tell here, if in the question x of n is also given some expression, then again we need to perform the convolution. So again we need to perform the convolution means, tell me how we have to follow the steps. Is it the same steps we have followed earlier? Okay, shall we move on to the next problem? Did you understand this problem? Output y of n is equal to x of n convolution with 2 minus 1 by 2 power n. Any doubts in this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
No, ma'am.
fine. So take down the next question. See, all this what I am doing is from the previous year papers and very important problems. So take down the question. Find the overall impulse response. Find the overall impulse response of a cascade of two systems. I repeat again. Find the overall impulse response of cascade of two systems having identical impulse responses. Having identical impulse responses. H of t is equal to 2 into u of t minus u of t minus 1. Can anybody reply the question? Suhas, can you reply the question? Can you repeat the question?
H of t equals to u of t minus u t minus 1.
Sentence helapa. Sentence hello. Find
Find the overall impulse response of cascade of two systems having identical impulse response. H of t equals to u of t minus u of t minus 1.
Very good. So as per the question, see, they have not given the block diagram in this problem. Okay. They have given everything in terms of sentence. So as per the sentence, I understood that I have a system having cascade connections. Okay. So like this. And my main input is x of t. And all the earlier problems, I think two problems were discrete and this problem is continuous. So accordingly, you should use the variables. So as per the question, I can represent in the block diagram like this, H1 of t, H2 of t. And they have also mentioned, along with the cascade connection, they have mentioned both are having the identical impulse responses. So they have given H of t is equal to 2 into u of t minus u of t minus 1. So identical impulse responses means H1 of t is also equal to the same expression. H2 of t is also equal to the same expression. So can anybody tell me what is my final H of t here as per the block diagram? What is my final H of t? Final H of t is equal to H1 of t convolution with
Convolution with
H2 of t. Convolution with H2 of t. Okay. So now let me simplify my given expression of H of t. Because my given expression is having u of t minus u of t minus 1 within the bracket. Let me try to solve that. Okay, so let me take the bracket term here separately. U of t minus u of t minus 1. I think one of you can try it. You people can try in your notebook and get me the answer. You know how to represent u of t. So u of t will be like this. And you know how to represent u of t minus 1. T minus 1 means it will start from plus 1. Okay. And then it is minus of u of t minus 1. So my next diagram will be like this. So, okay, there is a network problem. So I lost all the things which I was writing. So can you tell me the bracket term answer now? U of t minus u of t minus 1. What is the answer? Is it from 0 up to
Square.
up to 1? Range is 1, right? Up to 1. Am I right? And the amplitude is 1. Is it clear? Is this one is clear? U of t minus u of t minus 1. But my aim is not finding u of t minus u of t minus 1. I want the complete term h of t. H of t is equal to 4 times this bracket. 4 times this bracket. So how will I draw my h of t now? My h of t is now equal to just the square, or I can say it is a pulse between 0 and 1 with the amplitude 4. All of you people understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Is it 4 or 2? I have written 4. Is it 4 or 2? H of t from the
2,
question
ma'am.
2, 2. Okay. 2. So the amplitude is 2. Okay. See, now what we want is we want the final impulse response. My final impulse response as per the question is h1 of t convolution with h1 of t convolution with h2 of t. Okay. So now I want to convolute this diagram into this diagram. I hope you can follow this diagram into this diagram, because h of t is having the amplitude 2 and it is present at the positive axis, So now this I will take it as x1 of t and this I will take it as x2 of t. I know the steps how to solve it. So my first step of the diagram is what? My first step is the first diagram I will keep as it is. My second diagram I will be shifting towards, so this is minus t, h of minus t. Am I right here? H of minus t. So
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
take the first one as h1 of t. Okay, just to avoid the confusion, first one is h1 of t, the second one is h2 of t. After doing h2 of minus t, I told we have to take h2 of t minus, sorry, it is h2 of minus tau actually.
Tau.
Yeah, h2 of minus tau. Okay. So even this first term is also h1 of tau. Okay, h1 of tau, h2 of minus tau. So after h2 of minus tau, as per the formula, I want t minus tau. So t minus tau means I told what is the change we have to do with it. The change is my signal will not start from origin, it will start from, originally it was 1 here. Okay. So 1. So now my signal, I will just erase it and do it properly. First, let me update in the previous time axis. So 0 will be added with t. Similarly, this 1 will be, minus 1 will be added with t. So that is the procedure. So if I add 0 with t, then my 0 with t will be here now. Then this minus 1 plus t, I can write like this. So now my signal is over here. But the amplitude is 2 only. Amplitude is 2. Even the first signal amplitude is 2. So now you have to analyze it. For what range of t I will get the output. I don't want the other stories. Okay. Other stories in the sense when t is less than 0, when t is less than 0, I won't get the output. You know very well. So for what range of t I will get my first output. Can we keep it closer? I told when I was discussing this type of problems, I was telling first you have to write the first signal. The first signal is here. The first signal is here. And the second signal is here. Second signal is here. Amplitudes are same. Okay, try to maintain the same amplitude. T and t minus 1. So you write the first answer when t is less than 0, I won't get the output. I don't want that concept here. I want when it will be present, when the output will be present. I am going to shift this. When I shift it, I told between the range of 0 and, sorry, this is 1, 0 and 1. So between the range of 0 and 1, this signal will be occupying. So when the signal will be occupying here, can you tell me what is the edge here, which I am showing here? What is the edge I will mark here? Can anybody?
T.
Okay, very good. T. So this edge is T. And what about this edge? This edge is T minus 1.
T minus 1.
Yeah. Now we will see the overlapping position. So overlapping position. So tell me now, I have to perform integration between what? My output is h of t only as per this.
0 to t.
0 to t, 0 to t, 0 to t, and the amplitudes are what? For both the things, the amplitudes are 2 into 2 with respect to d tau. I hope you understand this. Okay. So let me complete the integration. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into tau. I have to substitute the limits. So can you get me the answer here? It is 40. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So one of my output is 40. Still will I get any output? Can you think about it? Can I further shift this?
Yes, ma'am.
If I further shift, will it occupy like this? Will it occupy like this?
Yes, ma'am.
So now can you tell me the positions now at the axis at the bottom? So now this position is what?
T
What is
minus 1 to 1.
T
t
minus
minus
1.
1? Very good. T minus 1 to 1. Now tell me what range I have to do the integration.
T minus 1 to 1.
So h of t is equal to, I have to perform the next integration. H of t is equal to integral t minus 1 to 1. T minus 1 to 1. The amplitude remains same, 4 only, 2 into 2. Okay, 2 into 2 is 4 into d tau. I want you to complete this and get me the answer. I don't want to solve here in the screen.
Eight minus 40.
8 minus 40 is the answer. Very good. Okay. So let me consolidate my answer. Consolidate is nothing but I have to, because since I'm getting more outputs, the question is find the overall response. Overall response is h of t is equal to my answer here. Okay. My answer is 4t. 4t at what condition? I should write the condition. At what condition? I can say I had taken, I have to refer my first input. First input time interval was 0 and 1. Between that range only, I got my answer as um 40. I hope this same thing we have done in all the earlier problems. Okay. And later I took the next interval 1 to 2 for the first signal. So my next signal output will be present between what range? Can anyone? Between between
1
what?
and 2.
Very good. 1 and 2. Between 1 and 2. Okay. Between 1 and 2, my output is, if somebody said 8 minus, I think 40. Okay. Then I don't want to discuss other values. So elsewhere you can write here. Elsewhere means except those time limits, elsewhere my output is 0. Okay. So this is my answer. See, even I have seen this type of problems also in your earlier papers. And whatever I am solving in this whiteboard, no, this recently I have verified and I got to know this is very important. So I'm solving directly. This is not there in my notes. So have you all understood the problems which is done using the whiteboard here? So there is a network problem. I was asked. I was asking you the question. Have you people understood the problem solved in whiteboard?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope all of you understood the convolution problems which we have done in the earlier module is very, very important. Even convolution we will do in third module also indirectly, not directly, indirectly. Our main aim is to find out the total impulse response, but to get the total impulse response, since I am getting the convolution symbols when I simplify, so I have to perform the convolution also. So convolution is important in module 2 as well as in module 3. So practice the convolution problems number of times, okay, and be comfortable with convolution problems. So now this last problem, take on this problem. This is also taken from the prescribed book. An interconnection of LTI system is shown in the figure. The interconnection of LTI system is shown in the figure. So just take down this block diagram. Once it is completed, you can completely write the question up to A sub question here. Up to this is visible, so I want you to write up to A, the sub question A. Once you have finished, you let me know. I will proceed with the next sub question. I will dictate the next sub question. Then we will start the solution. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first question is very, very easy. The first question, what they are telling is, I want to find h of n in terms of h1, h2, h3. That means I no need to go for the substitution of h1, h2, h3. Just I want the left hand side h in terms of right hand side h. Okay. So if that is the case, you can see the diagram oversight and tell me the answer. It is very easy. So what is my h of n from this diagram? H of n is equal to, can we write h1 of n convolution with, just tell me whether it is right or wrong. H1 of n is in convolution
Yes,
with
ma'am. It's right.
h2 of n
H2
plus
of n plus h3.
h3 of n. Very good.
H3
Okay.
of n.
So the first question is very easy. They are asking us to write h of n in terms of h1, h2, h3. So this, still I will expand this h of n because I want to use this result for the next sub question. So what I will do is, I will expand like this because I want to perform the convolution. So h1 of n convolution with h2 of n plus h1 of n convolution with h3 of n. Both the ways we can write the answer. So this is also an answer and this is also an answer. So actually the second part I have not solved in this notebook. So I'm going to solve now. So I want you to give me the inputs. I'm going to stop this screen sharing. I want to give me the input so that I will just write it in my screen and I will solve the problem. So your output was h of n is equal to, what is the output? h1 of n convolution with h2 of n, right?
H2 of
H2
n.
of n.
Then plus
Yes.
h1
Yes,
of
ma'am.
n convolution with
H1 of n convolution with H3
h3
of
of
n.
n. Okay,
H3 of n.
very good. So now what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to solve this separately and I'm going to solve this separately. Okay, so let me substitute h1 of n from the question. h1 of n is from the question is 1 by 2, 1 by 2 the whole power, 1 by 2 the whole power n into u of n plus 2, which should be convoluted with, h2 of n. h2 of n is delta of n. Okay, delta of n. So this is my first term. Similarly, can I write my second term? My second term is 1 by 2, 1 by 2 the whole power n into u of n plus 2, convolution with, tell me what is the convolution. h3 of n is u of n minus 1. u of
U
n minus
of
U
n
of
minus
n
1.
minus 1.
Okay, u of n minus 1. Okay, very good. u of n minus 1. So now this term, within a fraction of seconds I will get the answer. Can anybody guess and tell me? I have told the clues in the earlier problem. If there is a delta function, delta value is 1. So 1,
Replication method.
okay. So yeah, replication method. Okay, if you use replication method, you will get the answer as 1 by 2 the whole power n. See, delta of n, what it represents is, it is 1 only. So 1 convoluted with any number is the same. When I used the replication formula, I was having minus n naught in the delta function. So that's why I got minus n naught in the answer. Here there is no minus n naught. So I will get only this answer. Can you people understand why we are getting the same term here? Is it right? Using replication property. Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now the headache is this one only. So this one I have to solve it like how we solve the general convolution problems. So let me erase everything. Okay. I want only this second term to be solved. So to solve the second term, I have to take the first term as x1 and the second term as x2. So let me draw the first term. My first term is 1 by 2 power n u of n plus 2. So can anybody tell me where, from which range I will get the answer? So this is my y-axis. So will I get the
-2.
answer? Yeah, -2, -1, 0 like that, 1, 2 like that. Okay. And my amplitude is 1 by 2 power n. So I will be getting the exponential signal. Okay. Exponential signal. I hope you are all understanding this, etc., 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 etc. So similarly, I want to draw my second one. My second one, how to draw the second one? U of n minus 1. So minus 1 means I will get the signal from plus 1. Okay. So plus 1, plus 1. So etc., etc., etc. So now what is the next step? I have to replace n with k. So when I replace n with k, this is 1 by 2 power k. The amplitude is 1 by 2 power k. And after replacing n with k, the second signal I will do x2 of minus k. I hope you all follow this step. X2 of minus k. If I do x2 of minus k, how the diagram will be changed? Can you get me? So from where the signal starts now? It will start from
-1.
okay, -1. Okay, -1. So now the left hand side is infinity. But as per the formula, I want n minus k. So n minus k means, you know what extra step you have to do here. Okay, this is my original value 0. My signal is, so to the original value I have to add with n. I have to add with n. So here I have to add with n. So n minus 1, n minus 2 like that. So n minus 2, n minus 3. So since I do not have any sample at 0, so I no need to worry about that origin. So now directly what I can do is I can perform the analysis between these two signals. When you do the analysis between these two signals, so normally I used to tell you keep the diagrams in single plane so that you will understand. So my first signal is here. My first signal is here with -2, -1, 0 like that, 1, 2 like that. And my second signal I will represent using a different color. My second signal I can say -1 plus n. So -1 plus n means it will not start at -1. So it will be somewhat far away from -1. So I will represent like this. So, initially you won't get any output. Later, after one shifting operation, you will get the output. So once you do the shifting, right? So the diagram will be overlapped. So how it will be overlapped? Um, so it will be overlapped. -2 is here, -1 is here, and everything is here. So now that blue color signal I have to overlap here. So when I overlap the blue color signal, somewhere it will fall between the signals. Somewhere it will fall. The left hand side is infinity. Okay. So the range of this part is n minus 1. N minus 1. And if I see the signal, can anybody tell me from where, which range to which range it is overlap? Can anybody?
-2 to n-1.
Okay, very good, very good. -2 to n minus 1. So in order to get the limits only, I am struggling this much. Okay. So I can write my summation k is equal to, you said -2, right? -2 to n minus 1. So what was the amplitude for the first signal? 1 by 2 power k. 1 by 2 power k. The second one, I think it is unit step, right? So nothing will be there. And always my lowermost limit, I should convert into 0. To convert into 0, I should keep it as a new variable. So what is a new variable I can keep? I can keep L as a new variable. Can I take L is equal to k minus 2? If I take L is equal to k minus 2, can you tell me what changes I can make in the existing formula? Can I make this as L is equal to 0? Am I right here? I am letting L is equal to k minus
Yes,
2.
ma'am.
Then what about the upper limit? Can you substitute and get me the answer? In place of k, you have to substitute n minus 1. If you substitute n minus 1, what is the upper limit? How it is converted now? N minus 3 na? Is it n minus 3? Make it fast. Suhas upper limit em change agutte.